Okay, I'm doing my mic check. At this time, I would like to encourage you to check all my description for my offerings. You guys know how this goes. I'm being a little lazy about the forecast this month. Okay, listen. All the offerings you need to know are in the description box below. We're just gonna jump right in. I just want to do my mic check, make sure you can hear me okay. Before I get started, all of your cards are shuffled, Libra. Excited to see what comes up for you for June. I currently don't have my big light on. And I just, sorry, I just looked at myself. I want to make sure that it's not too frustrating because I feel like I've got a lot of videos to record in a short window of time, and this light can just feel like a lot. So I'm just going to pick a random card. We have the Fool. I want to make sure this just looks okay. I don't love that, so I think I'm going to have to deal with the light because look at the difference. Look at the difference. I'm going to have to deal, and it's okay. All right. Fine. It's just a really bright light. All right, so let me close this so I don't waste bandwidth. All right, so here we go, Libra. We're doing your monthly forecast first. I like this energy already for you. Interestingly, you have the same card in the position as Aquarius. We have 3 of the same cards as Aquarius in different positions. One is in the same position. I'll tell you which. So, starting off the month, we have the Knight of Cups here. The Knight of Cups represents water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but also represents someone who is offering love, coming in with an offer of love. You may be feeling romantic yourself, or you may be focused on a romantic connection, or you may be pursuing just what feels good to you right now emotionally, pursuing something artistic or creatively. Excuse me. This is a very action-oriented card. It is, you know, all of the Knights are in pursuit of something. The Knight of Cups is in pursuit of love. And so either you are pursuing love or emotional fulfillment, or someone is pursuing you. Again, this could relate to a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but it doesn't have to. It can relate to anybody, but most often the water signs. So you might be concerned or focused on loving connections at the beginning of June. Theme of the month, 4 of Cups. This feels like a month where you're just kind of like unsatisfied. A lot of people describe the 4 of Cups as like an offer being made to you, but you're not taking it, like you're not like what's being presented to you at this time. What I actually really love in this deck, I don't use it a lot, the Urban Tarot, more so because it's a specifically New York focused deck. And I also don't love the interpretations visually of all of the cards. What I think is interesting though in this deck, the 4 of Cups, I see they represent it as luxury, which I actually think is really cool. And I need to adjust my mirror here. Luxury, which I think is like, yeah, actually that makes a lot of sense. And I see how they got there, because the 4 of Cups is like how you're so blessed to have more than enough that you can choose not to indulge. You're not wanting for anything, but you're not satisfied with what you have. Is really the energy of the 4 of Cups. It's a luxury to have. It's a luxury to have choice. Is really the main message of the 4 of Cups. But I'm not watering down whatever your experience is. The point is, Libra, this month in June, you're just kind of like, is this it? You know, you're really unsatisfied with like your life circumstances, it seems. I do see you growing to make a change for that though. Key goal to pursue is the High Priestess, trusting your intuition, wanting to follow your intuition. The veil is very thin at this time for you to hear from God, source, or spirit. You could personally be interested in the occult or be doing any spiritual practices yourself. So you may be wanting to grow a spiritual practice personally, or even, yeah, or even get back into your faith on some level. That's interesting. That's the same card in the same position that Aquarius had, but I didn't say that to them. That seems like that may be specifically coming through for you, that maybe you're wanting to reground yourself in a spiritual practice or religious practice. The obstacle to overcome is the Ten of Cups. So this represents family, this represents connections emotionally, relationships, most often established relationships, most often family. There's some conflict here, so we'll dig into that as to why. Major accomplishment for you is the King of Pentacles. Love to see that here. This is Earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but also stability, security, control, wealth. Love that. So by the end of June, do have more money coming in for you, or some sort of upgrade. I don't know. Sorry, I'm like congested. Like in the last 5 minutes, all of a sudden, I just got very congested. What to avoid? Five of Pentacles. And I do feel like this is an energy, because seeing as how your major accomplishment is the King of Pentacles, what to avoid is the Five of Pentacles. So you need to really not entertain any emotions, feelings, or doubts related to lack or feelings of not having enough. You really just need to literally ignore that entire reality, Libra. You can't focus on that shit. You have to be like, yeah, nah, can't really. Ignore your bank account, ignore your bills. Well, to an extent. Don't focus on like the inability to pay a bill. Focus on how you're so grateful it's already paid, because it's gonna get paid. The worry just comes from, oh, I just don't know how. Okay. What to embrace? Seven of Cups. You have options. Again, emphasis on options. You may not like all your options this month, but you have more than I think you're allowing yourself to consider to change your life circumstances. Where to find support is the Three of Pentacles, teamwork, collaboration, working together. While the Three of Pentacles often represents a group working, it could also represent teamwork with another person. And then lastly, the Knight of Wands in the position of advice and encouragement. This is definitely, I always look at these two together, major accomplishment and advice and encouragement, because these kind of indicate how this month is going to end for you, really. And I see you ending the month of June with confidence, with passion, with a renewed energy, wanting to prove yourself to yourself and others. Prove yourself capable to yourself and others. Whether that's related to like what you do professionally or a project you want to complete. By the end of the month, you'll have kind of like a renewed sense and confidence behind you. So let's dig into these a little bit. Let's dig. Look, your card's here, Justice. Damn it. All right. What do I want to clarify first? I want to clarify why you're not really happy the majority of the month with the Four of Cups. Clarify the theme of the month for Libra, please. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Maybe you're waiting on a new job or a new income or a new source of income, or Four of Pentacles. You're just trying to manage what you have, but you're also wanting to call in new money. You can't receive with closed fists. And I think you're mostly frustrated because of your financial position, Libra. Tell me why the High Priestess is here, please. For key goals to pursue. This is trusting your intuition. Knight of Cups here again. 10 of Cups here again. That's so funny. Literally. It just fell out together. Knight of Cups, 10 of Cups, Knight of Cups, 10 of Cups. So I think this is about trusting your intuition about a romantic connection. It seems as though maybe you're scared, but I think you should move forward with it. Maybe this is a connection with someone who is very intuitive. Don't be scared of love. Very interested to see what comes up in your romance reading. Let's get a Kipper deck on that one. Kipper card. You know what I'm trying to say. Clarify, please. Kegels pursue for Libra. Community, yeah. There's an emphasis on relationships. Now, community, I know, is not a romantic connection, but like, it's like your family. You need to trust your intuition about either how to deal with your family, how to operate within your family, especially if you've been estranged from your family in some way. I kind of feel like Spirit's telling you to build that bridge. It's coming through. Clarify, please. Obstacle to overcome for Libra. Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Two of Pentacles is about managing priorities and resources. The Queen of Swords represents air signs, which you are, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, although it could relate to any of the other zodiacs. There's a dilemma that you're trying to solve for around your family. Yeah, look, Two of Swords right here. There's a dilemma, there's a problem you're trying to solve, but you're trying to handle it tactfully. And I think, again, this is why Spirit's trying to just tell you to trust your intuition, trust your instincts. I don't think that I need to clarify the major accomplishment. Just love to see the King of Pentacles here. I also don't think I need to clarify what to avoid with the Five of Pentacles. This could also be a message to avoid not overspending, try to avoid managing, try to, avoid, ask yourself if you really need to buy, I hate that because as somebody who really tries to call in wealth and abundance a lot, I don't want to teach you to ask yourself, do I really need to spend money on this? Ask yourself instead if spending money on a certain item or an experience is helping you towards your financial goals, or if something is helping you to stay in a vibration to call in wealth. Like the other day, I went to go get a foot massage. And was that money I needed to spend? No, it also wasn't very expensive. I just did like 30 minutes. But for me, little things like that are important to, number one, feel that I'm still able to enjoy small luxuries without feeling like I can't have quality life experiences. It's if I rob myself of like little luxuries too much, I start to feel very not good. I start to feel not good. So it's important for me to do things, even though I might not be splurging in all the ways, it's important for me to have like little moments so that I can still feel like I'm building towards my goals without stifling myself completely. So even if it's an experience that helps you stay in the vibration of wealth and abundance, I get it, but just try to moderate, right? Just try to moderate. I don't want you to rob yourself of everything, but try to moderate how you spend your money and how you view your money. I'm very interested to see what comes up in your career and finances. All right, let's look at what to embrace, because we do have the Seven of Cups here and I would like to clarify that. Clarify Seven of Cups here for Libra. Options, fantasy, dreaming. Okay, Death and Five of Wands. An end to the hustling. Interesting. Death card is Scorpio energy, in case that's important here. But with endings, there are new beginnings. The Five of Wands is about proving yourself, wanting to compete. It's about competition and sometimes conflict. But remember, this is clarifying the Seven of Cups here. What to embrace. Options. I think there's another way, is what Spirit's trying to tell you. You don't have to compete so hard. There are other ways to build the life that you're trying to build. Clarify, please, Seven of Cups for Libra. If I get the Thoughts card, I swear to God. can get the card. Ugh. Adjudication. Interesting. Adjudication is kind of similar to the Judgment card of like, finally making a choice. Because the Seven of Cups is a lot of about options and like trying to decide which way to go. Well, I'm hearing ordinary people, and I'm also hearing I don't know, I guess just ordinary people by John Legend, if you don't know those lyrics. We're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. Boom, boom, boom. You know? Also, fun fact, that song was actually about his parents, which is a beautiful, even more beautiful now that I know the backstory behind that song. But anyway, it's feeling like finally making a choice. You know, I don't use reversals in this deck. So seeing the Seven of Cups here, it's about you finally making a choice to end a conflict, to end a dispute with someone. Heavy emphasis on family and connections and community this month, but it does feel like there's someone at the center of this, an issue that you have to resolve. I do feel like you are going to have to be the one to extend the olive branch, but also with this Death card now here, it's like you're putting it as a conflict to bed, but you are the one finally making the choice to do that. Does that make sense? All right. Where to find support? Three of Pentacles. Teamwork, collaboration, putting your heads together. Clarify the Three of Pentacles, please, for Libra for the month of June. Got three. Oh, it's way too many. High Priestess, Judgment here again. King of Cups, Ten of Swords. Kind of all more of the same. There's probably going to be help that you're going to receive. Maybe from somebody very intuitive. I'm not sure. Again, similar energy here. Finally making a decision. A judgment is being made. Maybe in relation to a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But to me, I just kind of feel like this decision is being made out of emotional soundness, like emotional clarity. And Ten of Swords, endings, defeat, kind of just echoing the Death card here. You might look at this and be like, oh no, I don't really see this as a bad thing, because that's not really what your reading's about. I really feel like you're just putting an end to a difficult season, which is why I love the King of Wands, Knight of Wands here. To clarify, please, Knight of Wands for Libra, month of June. Message. Might receive a message that's important of some sort by the end of the month. Coffin here again. Endings. Major transformative month. Please clarify the Knight of Wands for Libra. Advice and encouragement. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, again, confirmation on abundance, Libra. Confirmation on abundance and wealth coming in by the end of the month. Really, truly. Legacy, wealth building, sharing and growing with others. There's some ending that needs to occur for you to get there, but it almost feels like freedom once you finally do, you know? Okay. All right, let me clear this. Feel free to drop some comments below while I clear these cards. Now I have ordinary people in my head. We're just ordinary people. Girl, I'm in love with you. This ain't the honeymoon. We're past the infatuation phase. Right in the thick of love. Times we get sick of love. Feels like we argue every day. That was like such a big song. I hang up, you call, we rise and we fall, and we both still like walking away. As our love advances, we take second chances, though it's not a fantasy. I still want you to stay. We're just ordinary people. What? What a beautiful song. We don't know which way to go. 'cause we're ordinary people. Maybe we should take it slow. Take it slow. Oh. I can't really sing in John Legend's register, and I've never really been good at like adjusting a song to a key for me. Never really been good at that. Or really truthfully understood how to do that, despite my degree in performing arts. That's something I should have gotten better practice at. We're looking into your love life now, babe. I already shuffled all your cards. Maybe we'll live and learn. Maybe we'll crash and burn. Maybe you'll stay, maybe you'll leave. Maybe you'll return. Maybe another fight. Maybe we won't survive. Maybe we'll grow, we never know. Baby, you and I. Yes, come on. Like, that was just... If you do not know that song, grab the headphones, Ordinary People, John Legend, immediately. Immediately. Yeah, for Libra, please. For the month of June. Free yourself, period. Religious factors. Ooh. Now this feels like a completely separate message. I got 5 cards out here on the board, but I'm actually going to keep those. Okay, let's see. Here we go. High Priestess is here again. There's really a heavy emphasis on intuition and or spirituality and or religion. Libra, baby, don't settle. Do not settle. Don't settle. Because I feel like you might be tempted to. And if this is not your reading, then this is not your reading. No problem. But I'm going to try to interpret this for everybody going through like a lot of different types of situations. Okay. So we have divine counterparts here. The King and Queen of Pentacles both reversed. The King and Queen of Pentacles represent the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I will show them to you upright. When it's reversed, we have instability. We have maybe even resentment with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. There's an energy maybe of somebody having to do something by themselves and feeling like they're unsupported by the masculine energy. But there's a masculine energy that is unstable. There is instability within a relationship, financial instability, and it's causing issues. It just gets, I feel like I get the sense that there's a lot of resentment within your love life right now, whether on your end or your partner's end. It might even feel like you and your partner are keeping score right now for whatever reason. I just noticed that, I never noticed this, but I don't know if you can see it in the top. You probably can't It's like really, it was even hard for me to see with my naked eye. And the top of like this little heart thing up there, it says blessed be. And I was like, huh. I always notice something new with my cards all the time. Yeah, there feels like resentment. There feels like insecurity. There feels like it's like oil and vinegar. Like you and your person are not on the same page. If you're single and dating, there may be a need to focus on yourself. There may be a need to focus on your finances. There may be a need for you to take a step back, because if you're single and dating right now, I'm not convinced, Libra, that you're in the right energy that you need to be in to date. Maybe you just need a week, maybe you just need a month, maybe you just need 3 months. I don't know. But that's one of the messages I'm picking up right now. There's only because it feels like there's a need for self-restoration. The unexpected is the Six of Swords and High Priestess reverse. Second time we have High Priestess. I definitely want you to write that down. Do some research on the High Priestess. Again, intuition and transition here. So when the High Priestess is reversed, a lot of times it can feel like you're not sure which direction to go. You're confused. You're not really feeling like you can hear God's voice, like you can hear God's wisdom. Maybe feeling overwhelmed by options. Maybe not options. That's really more Seven of Cups. But feeling overwhelmed because you can't hear your intuition. You're not really sure if you can trust a situation or a scenario. The Six of Swords represents transition, a turning point, usually for things healing towards the better. I'd like to clarify that, actually. Let's clarify the unexpected for you, Libra. The World. Something's coming to an end. There's an unexpected turning point, but this is the second time the World is coming up. A chapter, did I point this out actually? The back of this deck is the World here. The World represents major accomplishment, and it usually represents a chapter closing. Is it always like pretty and wonderful like the Ten of Cups? No. No, it's not. It can be, but it's not always. It's usually something you've been working towards a really long time, and Spirit's finally saying it's time to transition. Clarify, please, the unexpected. Eight of Swords. Maybe finally, well, I really just feel like you feel stuck in your head. You're not really sure if you're making the right decision, but there's this energy here, Libra, that you don't know what else to do. And, maybe this is revolving situations outside of your relationship. If you're partnered, like maybe you and your partner are trying to figure out what to do with with an aging parent, or maybe you guys are like at your wit's end regarding your children, or having a hard time there, or maybe you're not really sure if you should give up on therapy. This can manifest itself in a lot of different ways. Whatever is coming to mind first is most likely what the situation is. Let's get one more. Please clarify the unexpected for Libra. Six of Wands, victory. Now, like I said, it could be something, like I said, something you've usually been working towards a long time. There does just feel to me that there is a bittersweet energy to it. There's a bittersweet energy to it. You're making a gut decision of look, Six of Swords here again. I can't make this up. Just a lot of repeating cards. You're making a change and you're not looking back, and you're not really entirely sure that this is the right thing, but I do feel like there is a little bit of relief here of finally being done with something. Finally being able to move on. Yeah, look, I just split the deck at the Chariot, moving on quite literally. All right, let's look at what's coming up. So unexpectedly, you're moving on, okay? The Empress here for the theme of the month, along with some others here. Empress is motherhood. nurturing energy. Wheel of Fortune reversed, feeling like there's a message of control here, feeling like there's delays, things aren't happening like how you want. Hangman, feeling stuck, needing to change perspective, needing to slow down oftentimes. The World here again, reversed, which to me, especially when the World comes up reverse, a situation is about to close. There's loose ends that need to be tied up before this happens, but it's going to happen, this ending. Knight of Cups, again, here is this offer of love or this Romeo energy, and Four of Cups here again of not being satisfied with your circumstances or your love life. Libra, this really just feels like you're done with something, with either the relationship itself or a situation or scenario within your love life. Maybe you guys are done with the house. Maybe you just feel like you're just done putting energy and money and finances into a home, and you're just like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. It's time for a change. It's time to close this chapter. But I'm willing to bet that the majority of you listening to this, Libra, are wanting to free yourself from a relationship itself. Okay? We have free yourself and religious factors that came out here. The free yourself card says it's time to take back control of your life. Very much Wheel of Fortune reversed. And also, your love life is being affected by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I want to read a message from the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune can also reflect resistance to change, particularly if you feel it forced upon you, which I do feel like is happening. This card suggests that change has become a source of significant stress, and you may be trying to consciously or subconsciously stop events from running their course. Accept that change is inevitable, and you will have a much improved experience when you can go with the flow. Here's another paragraph. Changing your destiny starts with accepting responsibility for where you are now. Consider what role your earlier actions have played in your present circumstances. Even when you think everything is beyond your control, there is often something you could have done differently that might have changed where you are now. What can you learn from the situation, and how can you apply it in your future? So you don't end up making the same mistakes. I feel like that message resonates less, but we receive it nevertheless. On the positive side, the reverse Wheel of Fortune may mean that you are finally breaking a negative cycle that has been present in your life. Perhaps you have realized how your actions have created a repetitive situation and are now ready to break free from the cycle. For some, this may be naturally flowing. This may flow naturally following a period of introspection and self-discovery, which could be true with the Hangman next to this. For others, things may need to hit rock bottom before you're ready to see what is no longer serving you, especially if the Devil or Tower is in your reading. It's not here. But you literally have 4 major arcana cards here present, actually 5 right in a row. The High Priestess, the Empress, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hangman, the World, all right next to each other in this shuffle here. There is a relationship that's taking a turn, Libra. Okay. I really don't think that it's reconciliation or anything like that, because you just don't want this. You don't want what's being offered to you. You don't like it. You're just not into it. You don't like it. Again, if this is not your reading, if you're like, Whitney, I'm happily married, everything's great in my love life, great. This is not your reading. If everything is great, then I literally genuinely pray that things continue to remain great for you. I wish that for everybody. But if this is resonating with you, it feels that, what's that song? A change gonna come. I don't know why I'm hearing that. It's like, it's a new dawn, it's a new day. I don't even think that's the same song. Like Michael Bublé's in my head. I've got like old spiritual hymns in my head right now. It's like, I'm hearing a Michael Bublé. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new light. Oh, me. I'm just like fucking up that song so badly, but I hope you know what song I'm talking about. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. You know the song? I have like 30 artists in my head right now, but I really think you picking up what I'm trying to say. I'm praying that you're picking up what I'm trying to say. All right. So let me put that there. Let's look at these oracle messages. The other ones that came out while I was shuffling was deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others, and you are lovable. With the Knight of Cups being here and the Four of Cups being next here, I'm not sure if some of you are like ending a serious relationship, but also like wanting to see what else is out there. Like with this flirt energy, because this flirt energy is very much Knight of Cups. Or maybe you're dealing with somebody that you feel wants to, you might be dealing with somebody that like, you can tell just doesn't want to be in a relationship anymore. So you're just kind of like, you know what? Go ahead and go. Go ahead and go, because I can tell you don't want to be here. Yeah, some of y'all might be dealing with that energy where somebody's just so checked out, and that's why you deserve love is coming up. Okay. I want to read for yourself. This religious factors card is interesting, but I think this is more that there's a spiritual element to this shift right now. I do feel that perhaps Libra, someone has served their purpose in your life spiritually. I really do. My dog is staring at me. Probably need to walk her soon. Let's read for yourself. Okay. Like the unicorn in the image on this card, you may be feeling trapped. Perhaps you've relinquished control to someone else, or maybe you feel smothered in your career or relationship. As you tune into yourself, you'll sense the specific areas where this message applies to you. You can even ask yourself, in what ways do I feel limited or constrained? Trust the answers you receive. This card comes to you from the romance angels because they've heard your call for great love. To experience passion, though, you must first allow yourself to feel deep emotions. In doing so, you may come up against areas of your life where you harbor discontent. Simply by acknowledging these areas, you bring light to the situation and allow room for the angels to help you. As you commit to taking back control of your life, your feelings will naturally thaw and reawaken. This leads to a greater capacity to love yourself, your partner, and your experiences. Sure, could this be a message of like freeing yourself in other ways outside of the relationship? Sure. I really just don't think that's what we're dealing with, though. I don't think that's what we're dealing with. This feels like a partnership to me that's just not working like it used to. But again, listen to this. It could be applying to you. Look, I do think there is a new connection here. There's some of you may be wanting to like spread your wings, you know? Do you feel that? Listen to this and interpret this how you need to for your specific life. Who am I? You know? And again, it's not your reading. That's okay. We're gonna clear this so we can move on to your career and finances. Things are definitely starting to look up in relation to your finances. Conflicts are ending around your finances. Second time, we have beware here. So second time, there's a warning of maybe somebody deceiving you or not being truthful or not being honest. But there is a confirmation of you advancing in some way, Libra. Okay, here we go. So we've got the Six of Cups, what to expect, the Six of Cups reversed and the Page of Pentacles reversed. Six of Cups typically represents the past, people you know from the past, connections, family, relationships, especially people you've grown up with. And Page of Pentacles is earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but typically someone who is invested in growing something new, training, learning. When it's reversed, it represents lack of diligence, lack of discipline, sometimes laziness. Feels like you're dealing with somebody who is lazy, or maybe you are feeling lazy. I don't really think that's the message here. I don't know. Maybe there's a lack of motivation, because I'm thinking about your theme of the month, which is Four of Cups. You may be feeling a lack of energy this month, a feeling like, oh, what's the point? You may be feeling like, with the Six of Cups, well, this is how it's always worked out for me when I try something new, or this is how it's always worked out for me when I try to go for a promotion. You may be looking to the past and how things have always gone for you, and you've accepted that as truth. The unexpected here is the Five of Pentacles reversed and the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is growth and patience, and the Five of Pentacles reversed indicates coming out of hard times. So again, unexpectedly, you are, remember what to embrace, what to avoid was the Five of Pentacles in your spread here. So again, there's this confirmation of things turning around for you. You're starting to see the harvest a little bit of your hard work. Theme of the month cards are Eight of Cups reversed. Maybe giving something one more chance. Oftentimes it's the Eight of Cups message here. Walking away is the message in the upright. When it's reversed, you're giving something one more shot, giving something one more chance. Sometimes this could also be a message of just needing to be alone. It is right next to the Hermit card, so that could definitely be the message here. The Hermit represents Virgo, but when it's reversed, it either represents two things for me. Either you're stuck in isolation, you don't want to come out of your shell, or maybe you are finally emerging. I kind of have a feeling, though, that you're a little bit stuck and withdrawn. Maybe even a little pessimistic this month in relation to your career and finances. The Justice card here reversed, feeling like you're getting the short end of the stick, feeling like the system is against you, maybe being very critical and judgmental of yourself, feeling like judgment didn't work out in your favor. I've got like a bunch of cords in front of her bed and I really need to move it. Sasha's bed. Did y'all hear her struggle? Sorry, Libra. Five of Cups is here, which is grief, sadness, loss. There is like a little, I just think your financial situation has you depressed. I'm not going to lie. It has you depressed. It has you unmotivated. And I'm not even going to sit here and say that you shouldn't be feeling that way because I don't know what your situation is. But I do know that you are going to find, first of all, the devil is here, which represents Capricorn. And it also represents addictions and things that you can easily overindulge in. So really be careful not to go too hard on your vices. But the devil also represents willing attachments. So there may be a new, I don't want to say new, there may be something offered to you this month that is allowing you to work more or get more money. The moon is here, which is Pisces energy, trusting your intuition. Heavy emphasis on your intuition this month. And then finally, Five of Swords reversed, which is about coming out of conflict. I think this energy is really rough for you fiscally. I think it's really rough for you fiscally. But I do see a light at the end of the tunnel. Let's talk about these two cards. We have Unstable and Beware. All right, unstable. There have been a lot of ups and downs with your finances, money coming in fast and going out just as quickly, fast changes regarding money or unexpected turn of finances. Beware. Be prudent. Things are not what they seem. Careful who you talk to regarding money or business matters. Don't make any type of financial commitments right now. Now, these three came out as well. You've got Entertainer, Next Level, and Motivator. So let's read these. Entertainer. Put yourself out there and bring out the best in you so that you can get noticed. You could be drawn to careers in theater, dancing, music, or any type of entertainment. Is there a talent you could turn into money? Time to think outside the box. We've got Next Level, which I do think, again, is confirmation. Major accomplishment for you is King of Pentacles. You're either about to take your finances to the next level or it's time that you do. If your finances haven't improved yet, you can be certain they will soon. There's a chance of something extra in the air. Lastly, Motivator. There's a skill you possess that needs to be shared with the world. Consider a career in coaching, speaking, lobbying, activism, or mentoring. You may be in need of motivation yourself or needing inspiration. I definitely think that last bullet tracks. All right, I want to look at your oracle message. We have the garden and the gate. This actually flipped out for you the first time, but I put it back because it had like two others behind it. But I was like, I don't know, there's too many cards. But then it came out again. The sun was behind it, but I put it back because I think this one is what we really wanted to come out. So this is the card upright. And this is, but it came out reversed for you. So number 30, let's read that. If this card is reversed, hold on. The summary is abundant prosperity, comma, staying safe. If this card is reversed, it indicates the happy choice to open the door to a more spiritual pursuit. Emphasis again on spiritual and intuition and religious factors. You may have been obsessed with worldly issues before, but your readiness to go deeper is now here. Many people believe that they cannot live in a material world, make lots of money, and engage in spiritual priorities at the same time. But you now realize that this isn't true. In fact, you can bring this wonderful spiritual focus to any endeavor. And when you do, you'll find that beyond your garden, the universe is willing to fill your life with beauty and joy. Expect the unexpected, for joyous synchronicity abounds. The affirmation is, I am blessed with an abundant spiritual life. Every day, in every way, my joyous prosperity grows and grows. Yeah, really, in short, Libra, I think this month is like, it's going to feel really, really shitty. But by the end of the month, and I just said this to Aquarius too, it's like, why is it always at the end of the month things turn around? It's because of the new moon energy. You're going to be going through it with the, where is our full moon in this month? I don't know what it is. Our full moon is in what? It's in Capricorn. Oh no, that's July. Hold on. It's in Sagittarius on the 11th. Full moon in Sagittarius on the 11th. Okay. On June 11th. So and you may even be feeling trapped with the full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius wants to explore. They want to venture out. They want to see what's out there. But you might just be feeling like, I don't have the money to travel. I feel constricted. I feel constrained. There's nowhere I want to go. You may just be feeling like all that like energy. You may be feeling like constrained, but also hopeless and also unmotivated all at the same time. But you need to be patient with yourself. At the end of the day, Libra, you just need to be patient with yourself. Because I'm really not going to sit here and say to you, it's going to be fine. Just give yourself affirmations and you'll pick back up. While that's true, I think you need to let yourself feel what you feel. Because I feel like you have to let this energy purge out. You have to let yourself experience this so that when things turn around, you can say to yourself, all right, you know what? I never want to get back to that place again. Because I do think this is heavy energy for you with this kind of depression and this low energy around your career and finances. Now, could this be related to situations outside of you? Sure. You may be dealing with somebody, who's unmotivated. Like I said, like maybe either at work or maybe you've got kids that are unmotivated and you're trying to help them grow. Unexpectedly, you might see some progress with either your finances or in your career, and money might be infused into the situation. Theme of the month, there is still kind of this damper. There is going to be an end of the conflict. There is going to be an end to a conflict around money and finances in your life. The signs that are important here are Capricorn, Pisces, Libra, Virgo. Those are just some of the major arcana cards I see in front of me. There's going to be a turnaround. There's going to be a shift. If nothing else, focus on that. Just focus on getting to the shift. Just focus on that. If it feels too heavy to try to make yourself feel better, just focus on, you know what? Whitney said things are going to get better and I'm just going to trust that, and that's just what's going to happen. And just let that be your North Star. You don't have to believe it, but just keep it in the back of your mind and be like, you know what? Whitney said things are going to turn around. I'm just going to be open. I'm just going to take it day by day. Sometimes that's really all we can do. Just let ourselves take it day by day. Right? Okay, Libra, fuck. This is heavy. Damn it. We were doing so good. Things are going to turn around, though. Things are going to turn around at the end of the month. Like I said, finances are better by the end of the month, but the majority of June is going to suck. So, some months are like that. Some months are like May just literally sucked for me. Like it really just sucked. I didn't expect it to. I expected a better energy, if I'm being very honest. Actually, I didn't know what to expect. And then again, I'm basing this off of my monthly and my annual forecast. It doesn't even matter. It wasn't a great month. And some months are like that. Some months are like that, where we just have to allow ourselves to learn and grow and heal until the sun shines again. And actually, remember I said your card was the sun? Here is the sun again here at the back of the deck energy. I wonder where I put the sun card. Is it still here? The happy family is here. I don't know what I did with the sun card. I hope this is helpful, Libra. Please let me know. I'm praying for you. No, seriously, I am. I love you so much. I hope you have a good June regardless. And just keep your head up. Take it day by day. Literally day by day. Literally day by day. Okay? I love you. Bye.